Hi friends, it's Mrs. Mapes here for another math lesson. Today we're going to continue working with our time, but we're going to be doing 15 minutes or a quarter past the hour and 30 minutes or half past the hour. So I made a schedule and we're going to be going through that on my clock. I hope that you guys could maybe try to come up with a schedule of your own and maybe take a picture of it and share it with me. All right, friends, I wake up at 8 a.m. So I have 8 a.m. written down for wake up, and I'm going to make that on my clock here. So remember, the small hand is the hour hand. So I'm going to move that small hand all the way over to the 8. And the big hand, which is my minute hand, is going to stay up at the 12 for the o'clock. So this is showing 8 o'clock. I wake up. All right, 8:30. So we're going to leave the hour hand at the 8, but this time we've got 30, which means that we're going to mess with our minute hand. Our minute hand is going to come around and we're going to count by 5. So ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So our minute hand is actually going to face all the way down at the 6. So when the minute hand is at the 6, we know that it's actually at the 30. So this is showing 8:30 a.m. That's what time I eat breakfast. Okay. So we've done 8 a.m. is when I wake up, 8:30 or half past 8 is when I eat breakfast. So the next thing on my schedule is 9 a.m. I'm doing schoolwork. So I'm going to make 9 a.m. on my clock over here. So 9 is going to be the hour. So I'm going to move the small hand to the 9. And it's o'clock again, which means I'm going to move that minute hand all the way up to the 12. And I wrote on here so you guys can see it a little bit better. The 12 is 60 minutes or the o'clock. So my clock right now says 9 o'clock. That's when I'm going to be doing my schoolwork. The next thing on my schedule at 10:15 a.m., I'm going to have snack. So my hour hand is going to point to the 10 and my minute hand is going to point to the 15. Now we haven't done 15 yet, but if you see over around my clock, I went ahead and wrote the minutes to help us visualize that, but I'm going to skip count by 5s. Ready? So 5, 10, 15. So you know that if the minute hand is on the 3, that it's actually 15 minutes. So now we have 10, 15, or another way of saying this is a quarter past 10, because a quarter of the hour has gone by. So what that means is if I were to cover up the clock in half, that's a half past, right? So you see the 30, covered it up in half. If I cover the clock up again, that's a quarter. A quarter of it is left, which is at the 3, which means 15. So 10:15 is when I'm going to have snack. Next on my schedule is 10:30 a.m., meaning in the morning. I'm going to do schoolwork again. So here we go. My hour is already at the 10. My little hand is at the 10, but I'm going to have to change my minute hand to the 30. We said the 30 was always down at the bottom, right at the 6. So, and if we don't remember that, friends, we can skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So my hour hand is at the 10 and my minute hand is face straight down at the 30. So this is showing 10:30 or a half past 10. Okay, I've been doing schoolwork for a while. Let's see what's next on that schedule. At 12:15 p.m., I'm going to have lunch. It's changing from a.m. to p.m. Did you guys know that when it turns 12 o'clock, it changes from a.m. to p.m.? So right at noontime, you've heard people say noontime, it changes from a.m. to p.m. So at 12:15, I'm going to have lunch. So I'm going to move my hour hand to the 12, and I'm going to move my minute hand to the 15. Now I don't see a 15 on my clock. It only goes up to 12. How do I show 15? Ah, you're right. 15 is really at the 3 if we're skip counting by 5. So let's move that minute hand all the way around to the 3, and we're going to check our answers. 5, 10, 15. So this is showing 12:15 or a quarter after 12. Say it with me. Quarter after 12 or 12:15. All right, friends, we've done half of my day so far. Let's keep going. At 12:45 p.m., I'm going to have recess. So my hour is going to stay the same. It's still pointing up to the 12, but my minute hand has to go all the way to 45. We haven't done that yet. So let's skip count around the clock to get to 45. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That minute hand, which is my big hand, is going to go all the way over to the 9. Good. So 45 minutes have gone by, right? Because these are 5-minute intervals. So now my clock is showing 12:45. Hour hand is the little hand. Big hand is the minute hand. So 12:45 p.m. Okay, because we're in the afternoon. We're going to go out for some recess. Next, quiet time, reading. I love this time. Just some relaxing quiet time. So it says at 1:15 p.m. we're going to have quiet time reading. So our hour hand is going to turn to the 1. So they're saying 1 o'clock, right? And then we need 15 minutes. So we're going to move our minute hand to the 15. And we know 5, 10, 15 is at the actual 3, right? So the hour hand is pointing at the 1. So 1. Minute hand is pointing at the 3, which equals 15 minutes. So 1:15. I'm going to have some quiet reading and just relax. All right. Next on the schedule at 2 p.m., I'm going to have art or create time. So we're going to change our hour hand to the 2. Little hand, hour hand to the 2, and our minute hand, it's at the o'clock. So all the way up to the 12. 12 is 60 minutes, or what we say, o'clock. So 2 o'clock, I'm going to have some art, creativity time. Then next on our schedule, we've got 3:30 p.m. I'm going to take a walk. Okay. So our hour hand is going to move to the 3. Little hand is our hour hand, moves to the 3. Our minute hand, it says 30. So 30 or half past is all the way down at the bottom at the 6, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The 6 really means 30 minutes. So little hand pointing to the 3, that's our hour. Big hand pointing down to the 6, that is our minute, which means 30. So here it's showing 3:30 p.m. I'm going to go outside and take a walk. All right, next on my schedule at 4:15, I am going to start cooking my dinner. So my hour hand is the 4:15. I'm going to move the hour hand to the 4, and the minute hand is 15 minutes. So we got to make it Go all the way around. So we need to be, we're at 4 o'clock now. Now we got to make it 4:15. So 5, 10, 15. Good. You guys seeing it? The big hand is pointing to the 3, which means 15 minutes. Hour hand, little hand is at the 4. Big hand, minute hand is at the 3, which equals 15. So 4:15. I'm going to start my dinner. At 5:30, I get to eat. So we're going to change that hour hand, point it down to the 5, and the minute hand is at the 30, which is all the way down towards the 6, right? Hour hand, little hand is at the 5, big hand, minute hand is at the 6, which really means 30, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So at 5:30, I'm going to eat dinner. At 6 p.m., I get to watch some TV. So we're going to, do I just move the little hand straight down? Is that showing 6 p.m.? No, silly Mrs. Mapes, that's showing 6:30. We want 6 p.m., which means 6 o'clock p.m. That minute hand needs to be all the way up at the 12, which means the o'clock, right? So the arrows, the hands on the clock are opposite of each other. Little hand, hour hand, 6. Big hand, minute hand is pointing up to the 12, which means the o'clock. So 6 o'clock p.m., I get to watch TV. At 7 p.m., I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to move my hour hand, my little hand to the 7, and I'm going to keep that minute hand all the way at the top because my schedule says 7 p.m. So we've got 7 hour, minute hand up, 7 p.m. Couple more things on my schedule. 7:30 p.m. I'm going to read before bed. So my hour hand is going to stay at the 7, little hand, hour hand at the 7, but my minute hand has to change. It says 7:30 p.m. So we're going to move that minute hand, count with me, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, all the way down towards the bottom. So this clock is now saying 7:30 p.m. I'm going to read before bed. And last on my schedule, at 8 p.m., it's my bedtime. So to change this clock to 8 p.m., my little hand, the hour hand, is going to face the 8. My minute hand is going to face all the way up to the top at that 12 at the o'clock. So there's 8 o'clock p.m. p.m. in the evening time is when I'm going to be going to bed. I hope you enjoyed following my schedule for the day. I would love to see if you guys want to write up a schedule that you guys are doing at home and take a picture of it and post it. That would be fabulous. Remember, try to look at your clocks around your house. Do you have one on your microwave? Do you have one on your stove? Do you have one in your bedroom? Try to pay attention to the times that you do things and write them down. Time is everywhere. I miss you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.